Can we talk about us like we care about us? Can we talk about us like we care about love? You say let it breathe, but this pain of my heart can't let it be. We both can agree. Tell me what is the point of nothing burns like the cold days, days. Can we talk about us like we care about us? Can we talk about us like we care about love? We can't let it be, 'cause we live in a time of make-believe. We both can agree that we're reaching the point of nothing burns like the cold days, days.
All right, 12 weeks out prep update. I have had quite an eventful last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie to you. In recent news, Absolute Recomp Louisville opened up on the 20th, and that will more than likely be my new home gym for the remainder of the prep. Assuming it's not like super packed like Las Colinas was. I had to do my last prep at Metroflex over in Plano, as well as a smaller gym up in Sanger, Texas called All Star, just because Las Colinas was getting so packed that I couldn't keep up with my workout or like get it done in an ample proper amount of time. As far as what we're doing right now at 12 weeks out, Ben has started pulling my food substantially lower than it was and actually making me do cardio, so I'm not like a fucking lard ass anymore. I think we're doing after push day, arm day, and rest day, so that's like 4 or 5 days a week. We're doing about 250 calories worth of cardio, so for me it takes about an hour because my knees hurt and I don't really mess with stairs, so I just like, usually what I do is on those days is I get up at like the ass crack of dawn and I go to the rec over at my local university, which where I go, that's not hard to find, and if you see me, cool. But I go pretty early and then I hop on the treadmill, put my headphones on, and just like turn my brain off for 45 minutes to an hour and just start walking. Although, with this 12 weeks out update, I've found that I want to say right now at 12 weeks out, I feel the way I felt last time at like 8 or 9 weeks out. So I'd say we're a little ahead of schedule. Then again, this is my second prep ever, so I'm not 100% sure of how perfect everything's supposed to go. Ben's still kind of figuring out what my body likes, what it doesn't like, and what I respond to, what I don't respond to. And that goes for everything, whether it's training or food or drugs or sleep or water or sodium. Like, I've got a lot of salt in me right now. Sodium is through the roof. I'm seasoning everything, so much salt. And I don't mind, because I'm not a good cook and salt definitely helps. I will say though, the way I used to cook my chicken through this prep, or my last prep, was really, I would just season it and throw it in the air fryer, and I would do that in the morning for however much chicken I was eating that day. And for some people that may work if you have a really steady morning routine and can make that work, but for me, yeah, no, I got lazy and it was really hard to keep up with that, and I would end up having to like rush to get my chicken cooked in the morning. But now I just oven bake like 6 chicken breasts at a time for 3-4 days worth of food, and then I just chop them up and throw them in a bowl and keep them in the fridge, and then I just weigh out as necessary. Usually, I think we're doing like 2 chicken meals a day, and then like a beef one, and then like breakfast is cream of rice, eggs, and a banana typically. And then before bed, I'm about to make that when I'm done filming here actually, is a big old bowl of Greek yogurt with some almond butter. Like, a lot of fats, a good amount of calories relative to what we have been doing. And I really appreciate that because the boy gets really hungry by the end of the day, and somehow, with all those fats going into my body before bed, I'm still starving in the morning. As far as training goes, though, I don't feel weak, even with food coming down. I will say this may be because drugs are going up. That's typically what that means. But I don't feel weaker, but I also don't feel particularly strong. Pumps are still pumping as long as I'm getting 2 to 3 meals in before I train. The cream of rice definitely feels nice, and the first 2 chicken meals get rice, the beef one does not, except on back day. So I will be filming back day for 11 weeks out, which was I put up a poll on Instagram a week ago, maybe, about what the next one should be, and it ended up being a back day. And we will film that. I'm gonna make sure I shoot that because that's like the only high day I get where I get like a lot of food going into a training session, and that's super, super nice and a very different change of pace from the 2 meals of like half the rice that I'm used to. I think we're doing like 150 grams of rice a meal twice, and then like chicken with it, and then you get some pineapples and some greens, but like, you know, the fun stuff is the chicken and rice. That's what we're used to. The carbs, like, we're carbon. I can tell that I'm like starting to peel down because I'm getting really lean really quick. Like, here's my arm. I can like my skin's looking thin, and like the fun stuff hasn't even gone in yet, you know? But yeah, like I said, I'm feeling like I did at 8 weeks out, but at 12 weeks. And I think we're on track, and I'm definitely taking this prep a lot more seriously than I did the first one, because the first one we were still figuring everything out, and I was still trying to get used to like what that looks like or how I'm supposed to actually approach things. But to be completely honest, on my first prep I definitely was more, I wouldn't say lazy, I just didn't really understand what we were supposed to be doing or how to be going about things super properly. And now I would say I'm substantially more focused and substantially more locked in, and other aspects of my life aren't really getting in the way as much as they're helping me through said prep, I guess. Like, I mentioned in an older prep video how I broke up with my girlfriend at the time to pursue said prep, and I'm not involved with anyone romantically at the moment, but I am a student, a full-time student. I'm doing 12 credit hours, and I work 2 jobs 5 days out of the week, and I'm a busy person, you know, and I find time for the gym because it's something I'm passionate about. And unfortunately, the thing that I've had to kind of sacrifice in order to pursue said prep while also staying in school and working really hard is my social circle. Like, I don't interact with as many of my friends as I used to, and that I think gets to me a bit mentally. I still have like a close-knit circle of friends that are predominantly within the bodybuilding community, so I still see my friends that I train with or like have shared classes or just shared spaces with, you know, coworkers I'm cool with, etc. But I don't see myself interacting with a lot of my friends that I would play video games with online with, or would just hang out with just to hang out with. I don't really have that kind of time to allocate to things like that. It's not that they're a waste of time, and it's not that those people are a waste of time. I really kind of understand what's important to me right now, and that's, to be honest, I don't really care for school. I have to do it because my parents want me to get a piece of paper, and I will. Love you, Ma. Love you, Dad. I'll make it happen. Don't worry. But right now, the boy is trying to get absolutely massive, and win a pro card by 21. I'll walk the stage with a diploma and a pro card. All right. To my knowledge, I don't think anyone in my bloodline is a professional bodybuilder, so it'd be pretty cool if I did it first. Anyway, the video I have for us today is a push workout that I hit with the boy Matthew. He'll be in a lot more of my videos, more than likely, just because He's the person that my split's been lined up with the most, and I've been aiming to train with him the most. Dude's a freak. Like, for a natural athlete, he looks insane. I tag him in a lot of my Instagram stuff, so he's not hard to find. And yeah, when I drop a prep video on Instagram, he'll likely be tagged in it. As far as everything else goes, food has been the same. I'm a little hungry, but it's not like painfully hungry where the pangs are like tearing at me like they were at 3, 4 weeks out last time. Ben, I think he wants to starve me out. Like, I'm pretty sure he said he said we're aiming for freaky conditioning. Like, at a national level, I don't have the size or the muscle maturity to compete with a lot of these dudes that have been stuck here at this level for a really long time. And arguably, I think I'm one of, if not the youngest athletes that'll be on this stage, at least in the classic division. There's this kid, he's 19, his name's Sam. This dude's a freak. He's around. He's in like the DFW area. He's competing in open. This dude's gigantic. You'll see him. You'll hear about him. If not from me, then you'll see him. But yeah, I'm not terribly hungry quite yet. My schooling and work, for those of you that don't know, I have 2 gigs, but one of my jobs is a server. So I'm on a restaurant floor busting my ass trying to be nice to people who could care less about me. But yeah, I'm putting up thousands and thousands of steps a day on top of the cardio. Like, I don't have like a Fitbit or something. I don't have a Fitbit or anything like that tracks my steps. I kind of just have my phone that's in my pocket. Here, I don't know if that'll focus, but see if it will. Anyway, it's like 15K without the cardio. So I did like 15,000. On average, I'm getting like, Ben wants me getting a minimum of 8,000, but on a day, especially where I have school or work, it's closer to like 12. And then, like I said, on days that aren't back or legs, we're putting up like an hour of extra cardio. So I'm stepping. I love my mom to death. She got me a pair of Asics Gel Kayano 14s, like a little running shoe. I don't run, you know me, I'm not fast, but they are really cozy and help me walk. Last thing, they'll probably be in a couple of my videos just because it's something I have received and enjoy using. If y'all know me, I don't really care for branded clothes or brand wear or anything unless it's something I actually really enjoy, something that was sent to me, or something that was a gift. Otherwise, I don't go out of my way to buy anything branded unless I like actually want it or really like the product. Like, I bought this from Hostile. It's like the big hydration jug they have. It's like a half gallon, and it's just something that I use to keep on top of my water intake because we're shooting for 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons a day, so it's like 2 or 3 of these. And I just throw my EAAs or whatever in there and sip on it periodically. But I got reached out to maybe a week and some change ago, by another company. They're called Villain, and they make underwear and I believe swimwear. And they sent me 2 things. One is a boxer brief and one is a boxer trunk. The brief being longer and the trunk being shorter. Between the 2, they just kind of asked me I just told them what size waist I wear. I wear size 30 in the off season and like deep into prep, closer to like 28, 29. But for the most part, I get my pants in like a 30-30. And I like a wider leg because it's hard to shop for pants if you're a bodybuilder. But anyway, they sent me these underwear. The black pair that I have were the boxer trunks, which will probably end up in this video, either in some B-roll or something. I'll put a caption and like denote what's what. The trunks I like a lot aesthetically, and they look good to pose in, and they're really fucking comfy. Only downside is I got them in a small because they sent them to me with the knowledge that I wear a waist size 28 or 28 to 30. And because it's a small, it also is like shorter, and I got some meaty fucking adductors on me. So if I'm walking for a really long period of time and I've got the wrong pants on, they can chafe. That's the only downside I had with those. But the brief I really appreciated. It hugged my legs nicely, and they didn't like ride up my leg at all, so I wasn't really chafing walking in those or like getting active in those. And that's the white pair they sent me. So if you see a video of me in villain undergarments, which is something I have been really enjoying these last couple days, they sent them to me. I got them a few days ago, and I've worn them 4 days in a row. Not because I'm dirty, but because I have a washing machine. But yeah, I've liked wearing them. I will more than likely be wearing the black pair all the time during my posing, just because it's not as like in your face as me wearing a proper posing trunk in a public AR in Absolute Recomp's posing room and like walking around in basically a mankini. But it's still like high enough to where I can like look at my legs in proper lighting and like appreciate the physique we're building and like get a good idea of what we're looking like. And then the brief is just like objectively more comfy in my opinion, and I'll probably, if they don't send me more, I'll more than likely end up buying more myself. I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they'll send me anything else. That'd be really cool. Additionally, it'd be really, really cool if they gave me a code. Maybe. Anyway, with that being said, if I haven't run the training clip already, I'll throw it in now. Otherwise, I hope that was alright. That's our 12 weeks prep log. Let me know in the down there what you want me to talk about, whether it's food or sleep or really what it's like just juggling everything as a student. I'm more than happy to answer questions. But yeah, in the meantime, tell your best friend you love them, call your friends, and yeah, pet a cat this weekend if you can.
Good morning, darling. I see you falling in and out of love. Is it because you're cold and heartless, or is it all withdrawals? Forgotten how to be your part of that final scene in Casablanca. I guess the heart is like a time bomb. No white horse for you to ride on. Bygones, but bygones, my God, you're beautiful. If it was two of you, probably break the first one's heart in two, but second time's the charm. I had a dream. You lock your father's arm and mosey down the alleyway. I know you probably had a wild day, so you should make your way to my place, and we can talk about the things you want to talk about.
You know, I know, you